Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some Dark Souls 3. But today we are going to be starting something a little bit different. We are actually playing the Convergence mod for Dark Souls 3. I've heard some good things about this mod, and I have seen a little bit of the gameplay, and it looked really interesting because it seems to change up at least how you can play the game by giving you a whole bunch more options for spells and weapons and stuff like that, as well as changing maybe how the flow of the game works. Like, we might not go the same way that we would go in Dark Souls 3, and we might experience some new bosses, some bosses in different areas than we would expect, and stuff like that. Now, I don't know a whole lot beyond that. I just knew that I was interested. This is my first time trying a Dark Souls mod, and Dark Souls 3 is honestly probably my favorite out of the Souls games just because of all of the like mechanics changes that they essentially made from Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 2, finally ending up at Dark Souls 3. I like how the combat and stuff works in Dark Souls 3 the most, so that's what made me like this one the most. Now, ironically, I've never truly finished Dark Souls 3 because I played through Dark Souls 3 a lot when it came out, and I played the Painted World a lot when it came out. But when the Ring City came out, I never really finished it. I made it like past the two demon princes or whatever they're called, and then I kind of just like got distracted and moved on to something else and never came back to it to finish some of the iconic bosses like Midir. I don't think I ever did the church boss where it like supposedly summons a phantom or something for you to fight. And I never did Gale. And those are some of the iconic bosses. Now, I don't think they're necessarily the hardest bosses, but they're up there. But I've beat stuff like Sister Frida in New Game Plus and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I've never truly finished Dark Souls 3, even though I love the game. So maybe this mod will get us to that area. It did require both of the DLCs, so I think we will be entering those areas. And we will likely be fighting those bosses. I don't know if they will be in the same form as in Dark Souls 3 or how we'll actually get to it, but I'll be excited to experience that when we get there. And with the changes that the game or that this mod actually makes to the game, it might be a little different exploring some of the stuff than when I've played it in the past. Now, I did go into new game really quick just to make sure everything
Yes,
worked. We'll watch the
indeed.
cutscene and then we'll talk about all the classes and stuff.
It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital, Yon the Giant. only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
It's cool to watch the cutscene again because I haven't played this game in a few years now. Probably since the last time where we did like part of a playthrough that we never really finished, where I was trying to do like mage and stuff. But this one should be, we should have a lot of magic options available to us. Now, I always play a female character just because. We'll go ahead and put in our normal. Oh, I hit caps lock. We'll put in our normal name. Now, so here's where we're gonna get to the classes. Now, there's a lot of classes here. If you're not familiar with this mod, I looked at the classes really quick just to make sure the mod was working, and I loaded one up just to make sure like all the controls and everything worked. Now, when we go through, we'll probably go through them one at a time real quick, and we'll have to pick one. I'm not sure if we're gonna pick the same one that I originally picked, but so we got Geomancer, heretical conjurer originating from the Great Swamp. The earth itself responds to the flame. As to why, it is unknown. So you can see there, not only is this class not really something that exists, and the spells you could see down there aren't really something that exists. I don't know if that one's like poison mist or something. That would technically exist, but it's probably been reworked in some way. But you can see, like, I don't recognize that weapon. Is that weapon in the game? I don't know. So it seems like they made some special weapons, and then the offhand weapon is like a special geomancy glove, because normally in Dark Souls you have a pyromancy glove. And then I don't know what that ring is that he has. Maybe either increasing one of his faith or intellect stats, or maybe giving him more attunement slots, something like that. But each class looks like it's going to have a separate level, and we'll probably want to pick like an all-around character, because we might not want to stick with what it's actually giving us in the beginning, because I don't know enough about the mod to be like, yeah, I want to play this specific archetype. So then we got Pyromancer, a conjurer from a remote region who manipulates flame. Probably just two different fireballs there. It looks like they have the Demon Fist or whatever, the boss weapon, as their basic weapon, which would be an interesting starting weapon. Next up, we got a Cryomancer. Hailing from the far north, these mysterious conjurers invert the power of chaos into ice for their own nefarious purposes. So it looks like here we have like a Lothric Knight dagger, which I don't think normally exists in the game. I know there's a Lothric Knight straight sword, which like applies the ice effect, but it seems like here we have a dagger, and then we have maybe a special cryomancy glove, that purple glove. And we got some cool spells there that I have no idea what those do, but maybe we'll see. Next, we got the Druid. Once a high-ranking member of the Druidic Conclave of Vinheim, Druids summon various creatures to do their bidding. So that's something that I did see, is you can summon stuff. I'm not sure what the extent of stuff that we can summon is. Looks like this guy has a rat that he can summon. And then I don't know what type of, like, it looks like he has a soul arrow, but it doesn't look like a normal soul arrow. It's green, so maybe it does a different type of damage than has existed in the past, because normally we got lightning damage, we got fire damage, we got dark damage, and we got magic damage. I think that's it, besides physical damage, obviously. But maybe if we got green magic, then we'll have other types of damage as well. Okay, Holy Cleric, a traveling cleric who collapsed from exhaustion. Not very descriptive. Does have a cool looking blade. I don't know if that's from the Ring City. I know there's like this I'm thinking of the split leaf blade that I never actually used, but I've heard so much about. This looks like they have normal white magic from like Dark Souls 1. Maybe Force is one of those, and then maybe the ability to empower your weapon with light magic or white magic, something like that. Then here we have Priest of Gwyn, once a respected priest who has fallen on hard times. Here it looks like we got some electric spells. I have no idea what that first electric spell is. It looks like a hand, like, grasping electricity. Maybe it's a grab of some sort. I don't know. But this weapon looks cool. This I don't recognize that weapon either. Is there like a candlestick looking weapon in the normal game? Not that I remember, at least. Then we got Blood Priest, a fallen cleric who now uses the blood magic of Rosaria. Rosaria, of course, is the kind of dark spirit covenant. And so here, I guess blood magic will probably be a new type of magic, which probably does its own type of damage, or it just does bleed. I don't know. Maybe the druid just does poison on their magic. Kind of hard to tell. I also don't recognize that blade. So there's going to be lots of cool new weapons, I think. Now we got Necromancer. Followers of the ancient Gravelord, Necromancers call undead to do their bidding. Spells, probably dark magic would be my guess. But he does have a weird type of catalyst in his left hand. I don't know if he uses a catalyst or what exactly the classification of that is, but it seems like each person has their own thing. Like, crap, what do the miracle users use? The little candlestick that he has in his left hand? I don't remember what those are called. I don't know, it's escaping me, but like sorcerers and stuff have catalysts like this. And then clerics have whatever those talismans, that's what they're called. And then I don't know if this is a catalyst, a talisman, something completely different. So here we have Aeromancer, which is actually the one that I originally picked just to make sure everything worked. And the other cool thing about all these new spells and stuff is usually you're kind of limited in how many spells you can use because you have to choose between having Estus or having mana regen, essentially. Or you could like split up your flasks between mana regen and being Estus. But in this mod, you actually have passive mana regen, so it's a lot more emphasis on being able to use your cool new spells and stuff. But this one that I picked uses wind magic, Ferosin mage, who claims to control the wind itself. This is a really cool weapon that I didn't recognize that has some special ability that I tested out real quick. We might play this one. Now we got normal sorcerer, but there's obviously some weird stuff going on with the sorcerer. It looks like they might have a crystal rapier or something that scales off of intelligence. And maybe some normal spells, just like soul dart and either like a weapon enchantment or like the flash sword thing where you just like strike out really quickly with magic in front of you. We got warlock. I don't recognize that sword either, but that's a pretty sweet sword. Exiled for heretical practices, the sorcerer seeks to learn more of dark arts. So it looks like we just got dark damage, catalyst user. Light sorcerer. Light will always overcome the dark. This pilgrim returned from the lands of Ulasil. So Ulasil is the place in Dark Souls 1 where the Artorias DLC takes place. And you actually, it looks like you have Dusk's crown, which is the headgear there from Dark Souls 1. And then I guess it's probably just light magic. I don't know if light is a separate type from lightning in this, because the spells are the same color as lightning spells, but it looks like they're different. Like you almost have a soul arrow of light. Now we got alchemists. While not great warriors, alchemists often use poisons and explosives to overcome their enemies. So this looks like you just start with a bunch of kind of gear. You have a covetous gold serpent ring, maybe, so maybe you get more item drops because of that. Don't recognize this weapon, but it does look like maybe it's a dual weapon. Because in that little picture there, it shows a second sword, and you have a little dagger over here, so maybe you can dual wield it to have two weapons, and then you have a torch in your offhand. Looks like you got some fire bombs, Some throwing knives of some sort. I don't know what those apply. And then maybe some poison bombs. I don't know, maybe dark bombs or something like that. Next, we got Arcane Infiltrator, an elite spy from Vinheim. Such sorcerers were employed for their skills with espionage. We kind of got like a moonlight blade looking thing, but like a mini moonlight blade, which is kind of cool. That sword actually looks really cool. Catalyst looks like Hush or whatever that makes your footsteps silent, and then maybe Flash Sword again. Battle Mage. So here we're getting into more martial mixed with mage classes. Once a Lion Knight of Old Ferosa, this warrior has adopted the power of wind. So we got some more wind magic, but this guy's got a battle axe. Looks pretty sweet. He's got like the Ferrum. Is that what it was called? I think it was Ferrum gear, but it's recolored. So this looks pretty sweet with the dark or the black and the gold. We got Witch Hunter. Hailing from Mira, these hunters employ hexes to detect and eliminate the followers of the Abyss. Mira is where Lucatiel was from in Dark Souls 2, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure what this weapon is. Maybe it works like a halberd. I have no idea. That doesn't really look familiar to me. Could work like a spear as well. I mean, a halberd kind of works like half a spear, half a slashing weapon, but and then I have no idea what to even make of the spells. It looks like maybe a cryomancy spell and maybe a dark spell, but who knows? Then we got Ulasil Vanguard, a Vanguard hailing from a Lost Kingdom. Looks like more of a martial, but also caster with light magic. Blade of Gwyn was charged with the guardianship of the Painted World. This agile fighter remains devoted to the gods. I wonder which Painted World it means, because obviously in Dark Souls 1 there was a Painted World, and in Dark Souls 3 there was the Painted World of Ariandel. And I don't think that one is related to Gwyn, but I do think that the first one with what's her face, the fuzzy dragon lady. I don't remember her name now, but I do think that one was related to Gwyn because it was in Anor Londo. Oh, her name was Priscilla, right. And it looks like here you have that weird like lightning bow spell where you quickly conjure a bow of lightning, and then you have that electric hand again, which I don't know what that is. But anyway, this class looks kind of cool, but I kind of want to pick a lower level class just because I want to be able to build the character the way I want. So we'll probably not go with one of these higher level classes. Like this class is level 27 at the start. Once called undead hunters, these holy warriors follow the word of the Allfather. This is a paladin. Looks like he has a magic shield, maybe, and then something like warmth. I remember warmth was a spell where you'd put like a ball in the air that would heal everyone around it, including the enemies. Next we got Bloodguard. This guy looks pretty sweet. Looks like he's dual wielding weapons. I don't know if one of these weapons maybe has the ability to cast spells. Probably the offhand weapon would be my guess. Neither of these weapons look familiar. And this set, what is this set? It's kind of like the basic knight set at the bottom, but then like a weird dark wraith mask, and then it's got this red effect that's kind of like metallic blood. Pretty sweet. Sadistic and cruel, they enjoy taunting their victims before cleansing them of their sins. Maybe this one will, I mean, it'll probably have blood magic as its starting stuff, although I don't know. Because that one kind of looks like Hush. It looks like a foot. What kind of blood magic could you have involving feet? Here we got Death Knight, which just looks like a dark wraith. A knight that has power over death itself, using it for the greater cause. Guy's level 23. He has the green magic and the dark magic. And then he's got a giant club. I'm not really a fan of clubs. I assume this is a martial weapon, but maybe it's a spellcasting weapon. But he does have the offhand spellcaster like the other necromancer dude. Then we got Izalith Legionnaire, which has a really cool looking sword. Pyromancy glove, it looks like. What's the spell with the guy holding it up to his chest? That could be warmth, or it could be something like power within. And then it looks like they have the fire whip spell as well. This member of a once elite force did not survive the fall of Izalith. Dreadnought. Always at the front lines of battle, these stalwart fighters use the power of Earth to bolster their defenses. So we got another Geomancer, essentially, but this guy's more martial. Forlorn Soldier, first Scythe character. This soldier still fights for the liberation of the painted world, employing the power of ice. Okay, so he's got the Cryomancy glove with... It doesn't look like Frida's spear, but it probably does ice damage like Frida's spear does. And he's got one Cryomancy. I don't know what that is, though. Deranged Hermit. Harnesses nature's raw energy for incredible breadth of offensive and defensive abilities. I don't even know. It looks like maybe he has some healing and barrier spells. And then a really lame club. Ranger, an experienced hunter and tracker with great skill and marksmanship. Probably not going to go with a class like this just because we don't start out with magic. I want to pick a class that starts out with some cool new magics. But I don't recognize that sword, even though it's a pretty basic looking sword. Is that like maybe what the normal short sword looks like? It does have a parrying thing. Got an assassin, an elusive member of the Brotherhood, adept with a knife and bow. Also uses a bow. Interesting. Warrior. Battle hardened and fearless fighter, very skilled with axes. No magic, so we're probably gonna avoid that. This guy's got the Fallen Knight stuff with a cool looking sword. I think he also... Is that the shield that I would always use? Because I usually play like sword and board in this game. It looks like the Lothric Knight shield, but maybe a little bit smaller. I would always use the Lothric Knight shield. An obscure knight of poor renown who collapsed roaming the land. Boletarian survivor, soldier of Boletaria, who had his soul stolen by demons of an encroaching fog foreign to this land. Interesting looking weapon, but again, no magic. Is level 1, though. Wait. You got Lost Soul, who's level 1, who has a single faith, or you could play the Boletarian survivor. I guess this is kind of like hard mode. I think those are fist weapons. The two, like, souls circling around, I think those are actually fist weapons. But this one, you kind of start with a little bit more than the Lost Soul. Plus, you actually have levels, even though you're level 1. While the Lost Soul is starting with 0 and everything. This class seems like it would be really hard to play, so we're going to avoid that. Now, what I'm thinking is... I did look at Aeromancer and it was kind of cool, but I think we might do Light Sorcerer. Although I'm not that big a fan of rapiers. That's the one thing that would convince me not to be a Light Sorcerer. Arcane Infiltrator. Light Sorcerer is level 8. What are we lacking in? Faith and luck. Usually picking classes with low luck is actually pretty decent. Just because luck doesn't really play into most builds. Unless, of course, you're doing a luck build, which there was only like one viable way to do a luck build in normal Dark Souls 3, where you had to use Henri's sword. I don't think you... I mean, that might still be in this version. I think we gotta go like Aeromancer. Is there anything else? Like, I really like the Arcane Infiltrator, but or his sword at least. But he's kind of like a high level. I'd rather start at a lower level. And I don't know if I want to start with a dagger. Blood Priest is a little high level. I think we're going to go Aeromancer. So we'll go Aeromancer. And then I did look at the burial gifts. Now a lot of them we recognize, like Young White Branch, which you can disguise yourself as like a tree or whatever. Fire Bombs, Alluring Skulls, Homeward Bones, Throwing Knives. Now, alchemy reagents, craft alchemy products. This has got to be like a whole new thing for the mod. And then I don't know what Brightbug Colony is. These 3 at the bottom looks like they just make the game harder. This removes your passive mana regen. This makes your HP lower, and this lowers your damage. I think we should go... I don't know what this is. Often utilized as a last resort. I don't really use last resort items, so I think we should go for the new thing, which is the alchemy reagents. And then I'm gonna leave you guys here for just a second. I will probably do some of the actual character customization just so we don't look like the normal character, and then I'll be right back. So give me just one sec. Alright, and we're back. Didn't really make that many changes. I forgot that most of the customization is kind of just like going crazy with the sliders, and I don't like making the character look too ridiculous. So I just kind of made a few changes to like hair color, eye color, stuff like that. And then we are moving on. So we're going in as the Aeromancer with 3 alchemy reagents. We'll go ahead and get started, and we'll see. Maybe we'll try out the first boss. I don't know if it's still gonna be it's just regular Gundyr, right? Normally at the beginning. Also, this area looks different than I remember. I don't remember it being as on fire and having like these banners and stuff everywhere. All right. So, we have this sword, which is pretty fast, looks pretty cool, and it has, so you'll see up in the top left is our mana bar. This is our special, which is pretty sweet looking, and then our mana regens after that. So definitely want to make use of our spells and stuff. We have Gust, which kind of seems like a soul arrow. It might have more limited range, I'm not exactly sure. And then we have Wind Sword, which is kind of like a fast sword in front of us. And then obviously we can buff up the Catalyst to make it more powerful for an amount of time. It does take a lot of mana to do that. And so let's test out some of our spells. What is that guy doing? That does a lot of damage. So we immediately are facing someone who also has spells. It seems like it travels a lot faster than I would expect it to. Maybe it's not that fast. It's doing a lot of damage with the buff that we currently have on our Catalyst. I'm excited to try a lot of the stuff. Get like new weapons and such. Man, you are moving fast. Ooh. We do a lot of damage. Is our sword upgraded? I can't really tell. Oh! That's not what I wanted to do. It's a scimitar. It seems like it has like the symbol in the bottom right that would imply it's upgraded. So maybe it's already +5. But I don't actually know. Actually, that's not how it works in this game, right? You can upgrade stuff before they're +5. That's just Dark Souls 1. Okay, so this is new. Is this new? I mean, the area looks different. A concussion urn. I assume that's gonna be like a bomb. Causing heavy stamina damage and knockback. So probably really good against shields, huh? What is our ring doing? Boosts physical damage. Okay. Where? Down here. Alright. So I wonder if that lizard area where the giant crystal lizard is still going to be the same or different. Obviously, there's no Ashen Estus flask right here. Does this go this far? Yes. We actually aren't missing out on that much damage by not having the Catalyst buffed. It's like 29 damage or something. Which is less than, or it's about 10%. I mean, 10% is nothing to laugh at, but when we two-shot him anyways. Oh, it didn't aggro that other guy, huh? It seems to track at least decently. Obviously, we haven't had people moving super fast. I want to try this other... Oh, hello. Oh, you have like a 3-way split. Okay. We did dodge things. So that worked out decently well. Are there a lot of people here? I want to get like a backstab or something. Nope, not gonna happen. Oh, okay. You are tanky. Oh, almost died immediately, huh? We do not have a lot of health. What is our stats at? We're sitting at 7 vigor. Not high. That might be one of the first things we want to get up. Because in Dark Souls 3, having pretty high vigor was always good. No matter what class you're playing. I mean, obviously, if you're ranged, you can afford to have a little bit less. But if we're gonna be trying a whole lot of things, then I think vigor will be important. Turn back. So this might lead to our death, because I don't know what to expect. Is it just you? I mean, don't get me wrong, he might still kill us, but... I would like to switch spells. Okay, that does not do a lot of damage. Whoa, okay. Wasn't ready for that. Alright, with range, he seems doable. Ooh, we staggered him. We can't get up there to get a riposte. But that's okay. Oh, okay, we should probably let our mana regen a little bit. Okay, that almost hit us. Just crystal breath? Alright, he has been defeated. Playing like a real mage already. Like I said, I don't really do a lot of mage builds. Every time I've tried it, I kind of tend to get bored. But I think having a lot of cool spells will keep me interested in the mage build. There's a chest here. You're not a mimic. Yeah. Does the chain tell you in this game? I don't remember. I've been watching someone play Dark Souls 1. Estus shard already, huh? Seems pretty valuable. I wonder why they told you to turn back. I feel like most people who are playing this mod have played Dark Souls before. So they like want the challenge, right? They're looking for something at the beginning that can challenge them. And I mean, with the magic and stuff, that wasn't even that bad. If we were a melee character, maybe it would have been a little harder. 'Cause that guy seemed pretty good against in a close range battle. Okay, great. Oh, jeez. He makes a lot of noise when he attacks, and his attacks are faster than I would have expected. Those guys are actually really cool. For being like the basic hollows here, they're pretty cool and they seem deadly. They don't do all that much damage. You can see they didn't really do that much. If we were a higher health character, we would expect that to be an insignificant amount. Right now, it's like a fifth of our health going on here. They really did like an overhaul of kind of the basic aesthetic. It's still the same shape, so we still get Ashen Estus, huh? But yeah, it's still the same, like, area shape. But they kind of did, like, an overhaul of what it looks like. It's a lot more embery, stuff like that. I thought that was a guy. That banner made me think a guy was sneaking up behind me. What can we do? Okay, so we don't have any more spells than that. We just got this luck elixir. Boost item discovery until warp or death. Okay. So that's like, if we get into an area that we're gonna be in for a while, we might pop one of those. Just because our item discovery will be up for a while. But we already have lots of souls, probably because we killed that crystal dude. Do we need Ashen Estus? What does Ashen Estus do? I guess we should figure that first. And we already have a lot to level up with. We might look at a level up. But does Ashen Estus do something different? No. Still does the same thing. I feel like our mana regens quickly enough that it wasn't relevant immediately. So I think we can go all Estus for now. And maybe once we get spells that cost more mana, then we'll be looking at that because we'll cast a spell like twice, be completely out of mana, and just be helpless. Now, do we want to level up at all is the question. Obviously, I don't know what stats we need for specific things, but maybe just boosting our health as much as we can right now would be an early benefit. We can get 8 levels of health, which almost doubles our health bar. And I mean, I'm probably going to end up getting this vigor anyways. It will make future level ups more expensive, but we're kind of like at the same place other starting characters were at. But now we've just put it all into health, which maybe they did have high health values. I wasn't paying that close attention. This is a little bit different than normal, though. Normally, this isn't just a ledge, is it? Oh, we also... How do I figure out... I guess it's what our catalyst scales off of? Uh-oh. What do I hear? Oh, hello. Oh, he gets staggered out of his stuff. Ah, there's so many people. Oh, we could cast really fast. If we know it's going to take 2 anyways, might as well just fire off 2. But I want to... Where's our scalings at? We got a descaling with intellect. I assume that is for our magic. Oh, okay, we got some interesting info here. Equip a catalyst to use sorcery. Sorceries must be tuned at a bonfire before use. Physical affinity. Physical strong, lightning moderate, dark weak, magic weak. Skill. Tempest Chant temporarily increases physical damage of spells by 15%. Works while equipped in either hand. So that seems like there's 4 types of spell damage. One of them being physical, which is interesting. So is wind magic physical then? I mean, it would make sense. I could definitely see that being the case. Hello, sir. Shouldn't have double cast like that, I think. Now, obviously, if you're wondering, we are offline, and we are going to always be offline because not being offline while playing a mod like this leaves you up to possibly getting banned from online, so we're not even going to chance that at all. We're just going to stay offline. I do like how free we are to just use a lot of spells. Man, this guy... That is a tough dude. What did I aggro? You? Yeah, now we can just kind of let our mana regen. Is that guy down there, the guy who's mad? We could definitely burn through our mana if we just, like, quick cast like this. Now, in this game, did dexterity affect your casting speed? What's our dexterity? We do have moderate dexterity, so I would assume yes. We are probably going to need dexterity then. Magic Urn probably just does magic damage like a firebomb. I want to just clear out this whole area, see if there's anything unique. And then we'll get to the boss. We'll probably try and do that with most areas. That's pretty much how I play the game. Usually I full clear an area if I can. And then we'll not worry about clearing it or killing the enemies again unless they're really in the way. So is our health actually right, though? I guess it is. It doesn't look like our health bar went up by 300 or whatever, but I guess it did. So I want to jump over here, grab this. I think in the normal game, this was like a Titanite. Ooh, can you not climb on this? You can. How do we make this jump here? Oh! Wait. I forgot. This game has different jump controls, doesn't it? Whoops. Well, we'll go back up. I tried pressing B while sprinting to jump, but I forgot that in this game you can change your controls to be click in the thumbstick, so you actually have control over if you're jumping or rolling. It is still a Titanite shard. I mean, Titanite shards are one of the most valuable resources in this game, at least in the base game. Okay. I think we're going to start it at full health. And we'll see what this is. We'll see if we could beat it right now. I imagine they probably wouldn't change the first boss, right? But maybe they would. Well, okay. They absolutely changed it to the guy who's on the bridge. The doggy who's on the bridge to, whatever. Okay, with magic, we're pretty good, though. Oh, wow. He caught up to me, huh? We do use some stamina when we use magic, so we just gotta be aware of that. It's not a lot. Oh, that caught me, huh? Okay, heal. I don't really want to fight this guy in melee. Oh, no. I forgot about that. He does have pretty much the same moveset that you would expect him to have from the base game. But he's also not a boss in the base game. So it's a kind of interesting thing to use. Oh, I thought he was going to do another attack real quick. No! Oh, that was bad. I did not mean to cast a spell there. I actually meant to dodge. He always turns around so fast when he does that. I'm getting nervous that he's just gonna hit me immediately. Okay. He has fire? We might go down here. We'll see. We just keep running away. I mean, it'd probably be smart to just start hitting him with the sword, but... Oh, he just barely caught us. Should I have rolled at him there? I don't know. I don't know if that move would, like, flip him around on, like, the second and third hit, if he would quickly spin around. Let us... I think we could probably just run this. I hope you guys can't come in. Huh, the fog gate's way further into the room than it is normally, I think. I kind of want our souls. Just because we dropped like 2,000, which is pretty much a level up still. Okay, that is not worth it. Oh, whoops. That is not worth it compared to... Wow. I am... Oh, but we do some good physical damage. Yeah, we could... Oh, jeez, I was not ready for that move. We could definitely use our sword for stuff. It's not that... This guy's got lots of mix-ups, I feel like. Maybe that's what some of the stuff they changed about him. It seems like whether he does follow-up attacks is not really set in stone. Like, it's hard to tell if he's gonna do a follow-up attack. And he seems to always use them very well. I mean, that's some AI that's pretty good. Like, Dark Souls has done it a few times where sometimes they have conditional follow-up attacks. That, he didn't follow up that time, though, which I would have expected him to, because I felt like I was close enough. I tried to lock onto him, it did not work. Yeah, we get so much damage out of this spell. Oh, that was in range? I didn't realize your fire went so far, sir. But yeah, this gust spell does so much damage. And I guess it is physical damage if... Wait, that did less, though. Maybe it's where we hit him? Oh, I messed that up. Oh, definitely shouldn't have started casting a spell there. Okay, we probably need some mana. We want to get off to the side. Oh, wow. Oh, we did get there in time. That's the disadvantage. It seems like our physical stuff is pretty good. Like, the physical spells are decent at staggering. But we can't really follow up with a riposte on it because we're just too far away. Oh, you jerk. Fire? Should be able to kill him right here, actually. Yep, we got him. Ooh. Soul of the Watchdog. Hollow Remains. Ember restored. How much health do we have with our Ember? 1,000. So yeah, that's pretty good base of health. I also got, like, 3 or 4 more level ups worth of souls just now. So let's rest. And then I'm not really sure what the heck all these things are that spawned. Is this like to count what bosses you've defeated? Oh, it seems to be to refight the bosses. So here we could refight the Watchdog. I don't know what resurrect means, if it just brings them back in their boss room or if it automatically teleports you to their boss room. I would guess teleports because given that this is a boss room, we can't really use this to fight in because now we need it for all these statues and stuff. That's like one of the old druidy dudes from the DLC. Wait, was that in Dark Souls 3? Yeah, I think so. There's the Crystal Mage. There's the Deacons. Don't recognize that. Could be a Dark Wraith boss of some sort, maybe? There's the Watchers. That looks like a Walnir. That is the... What's his name? Demon Fire something hoo-ha? I don't remember. Why are you so small? What are you? Oh, that's Aldrich. There's Yorm. There's the Dancer. There's Gundyr. There's the demon on top of the bridge who throws rocks at you. There's the Dragon Slayer armor. That's the Nameless King. Don't recognize Headless Knight with long sword. Not a familiar boss. That is Lorien and Lothric. That is Pontiff. Pontiff Sullivan? Was that his name? I think it was. That's the final boss, the Firelink Shrine dude. That's one of the like crows from the Painted World. The like crow dudes that uses the crow talons that he throws at you. That's Sister Frida. That is an imp of some sort, dragon imp. I don't know. Is that what Madeir looks like? I don't know. I've never seen Madeir. And then here's another Pontiff Sullivan. That seems more like a Madeir, if I was gonna guess. And that's Gale, I'm pretty sure. So that's pretty cool. That you can just fight any of the bosses again if you want. I assume you probably also get souls for it. Because that's one of the things that Dark Souls is kind of missing, the ability to refight the bosses. Especially in a game where like it doesn't matter that much if you I guess since the mod's not online, you can kind of give players the ability to grind more. Like if I just want to fight the same boss and get a whole bunch of souls really quickly, that's probably the fastest way to grind, which makes sense. What are we gonna do level up wise? I don't even know. We should maybe get into Firelink Shrine and see what people sell. If we have any merchants and stuff. We might not start with any merchants at all, which is usually how Dark Souls goes. But maybe we'll get a better idea of what we want to work towards stat-wise. So I think we'll save these souls because I assume that that's just going to be Firelink Shrine like normal. And there are only going to be a few enemies between us and there. But anyways, that's going to do it for part one. We'll probably keep it a little bit shorter in the future, but today we kind of went through all the classes. We made our character. We talked about stuff. We fought the first boss. And we kind of looked at this whole new area where it seems like you can fight the bosses again. It looks really cool, and I'm excited. Excited to use a bunch of different spells. Gust isn't really like crazy unique spell. It's pretty much just Soul Arrow, and this we've seen like Flash Sword before, so that's not that unique. But I do think there's going to be a lot of cool, unique stuff. Like this weapon. This weapon's already pretty cool and unique, so. And I think there's moves like this in the game. On like maybe the Dancer's swords or something? Some sword has a move that's similar to this, but I don't know what it is. But anyways, that is going to do it for this one. Next time we'll get started here again. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. This is probably the most excited game or the game that I'm most excited to play at the moment just because I love Dark Souls and I love all this new stuff that's really changing it up. I'll love to re-explore the world without knowing exactly what's going to happen and where and getting to use new things. And with all the hype about Elden Ring news, it's just gotten me in the mood. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time.